Go ahead and wait for the chat to fill up. Stop touching stuff. You's a fool, boy. Yeah. Yeah. What it do? Say hello. Say hello. Hey, you're gonna be whining, you have to go. What's the problem? Huh? What's the problem? Stop! I don't care. Here. You want this? What up, chat? Waiting for some more people to get in. Won't be that long of a stream tonight. Just wanted to touch up with y'all. How's everybody doing Saturday? It's me and the Noel Jr. No, leave that alone. I gave you something. Play with that. Who all in here? Anybody in here yet? Ooh, you know I like it. I'm so icy. How we doing? Well, Chico, I guess it's just us. It's just us. It's just us. Three people watching. What up, man? Y'all watching them? What? Just was in the middle of watching the basketball game. Alright, trying to let it fill up before I say much. But if you are tuned in and turned in, welcome to Saturday Night Live. It's what we do every Saturday night. We have a special guest today who's getting on my nerves. What is the problem? What is the problem, young man? What is the problem, young man? You almost dropped it. But yes, sir, we are kicking it Saturday Night Live. Won't be too long tonight. Think I got some things to do tonight. So I was going to link up with the crowd now. And, yeah, we got the basketball game going on. Florida State's pretty much in control of that game. Started off slow, and then they've been raining threes ever since. So if you're not tuned into that, you can definitely tune into the basketball game and check them boys out. Big recruiting weekend this weekend. Big recruiting weekend this weekend. Very redundant. Big recruiting weekend. FSU did pick up a commitment today, but it's from a 2021 kid. So it's not won't get any immediate help with that, but that's still good to see. You shut up. No word of Zach Evans on campus. Last I saw, he was visiting Tennessee Friday night. Probably stayed till today. Won't. I'll still hold off and see. Kids do show up on Sundays sometime, so we'll see if he makes his way to Tallahassee. I don't really bank on it, but anything can happen. You sleepy? You sleepy? No? And, yeah, man. Don't touch that. Don't touch that. We'll see how long we kick it. Let me pull the basketball up. I think it's at halftime. I'll pull the basketball score up. ESPN. No, what is this? Regular Hey, stop. See, that's why you don't touch stuff, son. No. Lakers getting whooped 30-18 by the Sixers. Look at that. Florida's getting demolished by the Baylor Bears. So there is a God. There we go. Yep, halftime, 47-37. Florida State's pretty much in full control. Vassell has 9 points, Forrest 8. Wilkes with 14. He came off the bench just raining threes. 4 for 4 for 3. Polite has hit 2 threes as well, but he's got 6. So far, a very quiet game from MJ Walker, though. Look, son, you can't touch stuff. Gator, what's going on, man? Yep, I got the baby Noel with me today. As you can hear, he's getting on my nerves. Not to give him to his mama. Welcome, everybody, man. Busy weekend in Tallahassee with all the recruiting going on. Look at you. I caught it. I caught it again. It's not funny. Oh, Jesus. As you picked up a 2021 defensive end commit today. So there's good things going on. Norvell and them guys all recruiting for the future. Nothing really as far as immediate help on the way yet. You finna get in trouble. Yeah, play with that. Play with the microphone. But yeah, man, I just want to get out. Get the Saturday Night Live popping off. Don't really plan on being on here too long. Hour or so. I'm about to get rid of this guy. You're getting on my nerves. Don't you pull that out. Then the people won't be able to hear us. Why are you so destructive? Huh? Why? Here. You want my phone? Here. No? Okay. But yeah, man, what's going on with y'all? See, I got 4 people watching me. What's up? I appreciate you for tuning in. If you are, excuse me, I'm gonna get rid of this fool. Let's go, boy. Alrighty, I'm back without the kid. Jesus Christ. Gator, I'm gonna try not to play too much music today because I don't want my damn live stream flagged and taken down for copywriting. Apparently, that's a thing, which I always knew it was a thing, but apparently, playing music in the background can get your video taken down. So, won't do too much of that today. Really just want to come out here, man, touch up with you guys, see what you guys are doing. I know there's not really, we got the basketball game going on. Welcome. If you're joining me, I spent some time in Turnt Tally's live stream, so I just wanted to get this out before I get my night started here. Won't be on too long, but definitely want to link up with the fan base, see how everybody's feeling. Let y'all know about some things that's been going on with the Florida State Seminoles. It's all good. Big recruiting weekend. It's basically the junior day. Big junior day going on. All the 2021 kids on campus. A lot of good things being said, of course. 4-star QB Outmer. I'm just reading this right now. Luke Outmer already knew he liked Mike Norvell and Kelly Dillingham. Now say he was blown away by his official visit today. 2021 kid. That's good stuff. They're making good impressions. Don't matter if you don't win, but they're making good impressions. So you love to see it. FSU, again, I don't know if you didn't hear me, FSU did get a commitment today. 2021 defensive end. Forget his name off the top of my head. I'm looking for it right now. But yeah, a lot of good kids, a lot of good 2021 kids on campus today. So there he is. Joshua Farmer, 3-star 2021 DN. I don't know how good he is. Does he have potential to be a 4-star or any of that? I'll have to look up his tape. But he committed today. Say he's a Seminole. We'll see. We'll see who else comes out of this. But yeah, man. Corey Wren set to announce tomorrow, as I reported earlier in the week. It's pretty much a Florida State lean on that one. He shut down his recruitment, so we can all pretty much guess that's Hawaii. That's Florida State. Gator, how the hell you got a cold? And I know, man. It's because of my kid. That's how I got a cold. My damn son over here with a snotty nose running around got sick. When you got kids, man, you get sick. Crazy. Great Walk Bell, what's going on, my brother? Glad to see you join us. You are on Saturday Night Live. We are kicking it like always. Yes, I'm sorry. I do have the sniffles a little bit because of my badass kids. Basketball right now, 10-point lead at the half. FSU hoops really getting it done, really in control. Good stuff going on there. You got big recruiting weekend. I got 6 people in, so appreciate y'all 6 for joining. something I want to touch on, but I kind of want to wait for a few more people to get in the chat. I want to touch on the Keith Gavin situation, and I feel like I'm in the minority when it comes to Keith Gavin and his opinions, because Keith Gavin, to me, Keith Gavin ain't saying nothing that ain't already been said by other players. But we'll talk about that. I'm gonna wait a little bit, see if I can get a few more people. See if we can get a few more people in here. Gator say, how the heck does your child get sick and why it doesn't get cold? Because little kids just get sick when they're around other little kids. It's just the way it works. Don't ask me how. I don't know. It's like kids are just germ magnets, and they get over one cold, and then the next week they have another cold, and you're like, how are you sick again? Don't know. It's just what kids do. Gator Hater said he got six. Well, I don't know how you got 6. I got 2, and I ain't trying to have no more. But, that's what's up. 6 kids, man, that's good stuff. But, yeah, man, a lot of good things coming out of this official visit weekend. A lot of good, a lot of good news. Everybody's basically feeling it. Everybody's feeling the Norvell vibes. You not sipping? You need a hot. No, I'm not sipping. Not sipping yet. I'll probably be sipping a little later, but not yet. Didn't want to leave y'all this Saturday without any live stream because I'll probably be busy later on tonight. So I figure I get on here a little earlier than I usually do, and we'll get to chopping it up and talking. Yes, sir. So not sipping quite yet. But since y'all tuning in, since we talking, let me get on something I want to talk about. So this all will lead into one big topic. Check this out. Ocala offensive lineman Jake Slaughter, class of 2021, on campus today, right? For the junior day. FSU had a ton of kids on campus today for junior day. Huge turnout. This was his words. Complete 180-degree turn from the previous staff for the better. I got another one for y'all. Before I even get to Keith Gavin, right? I got another one for y'all. You can just tell by going up there. This is from last year. This is from a year ago's recruiting. This particular player, who I'll talk about his name here in a minute. He said this after his official visit to Florida State. This guy ended up signing with Georgia, linebacker. You probably know who I'm talking about. You can just tell by going up there and talk to the FSU players. They aren't focused on winning championships yet. They just want to play football. Everyone wants to play football. You can say that about everybody. But I'm focused on a place with a bunch of players who are focused on winning a championship. So essentially, this player, the name of Tresman Marshall, Georgia inside linebacker, when he came up to Florida State to visit, said, oh, everybody just wants to have fun up there in Tallahassee. They're not really focused on winning. All this leads me to Keith Gavin. And Keith Gavin said, I didn't come to Florida State to have fun. I came to win. And everybody jumped down Keith Gavin's neck. And again, I think I must be in the minority because everybody I've heard has just jumped all over Keith and had nothing but bad things to say. Now, was Keith Gavin the most consistent player? No. Did he drop a bunch of balls? Yes. Am I glad he's no longer in the program at wide receiver? I surely am. So we can get these younger guys some playing time. But that don't make what Keith Gavin said wrong. I got 2 other examples of players openly talking to the media about how the culture was all about having fun and nobody was focused on winning. Yet we want to jump on Keith Gavin for saying if Taggart was there, he would have never signed with Florida State. Obviously. If Taggart was there, a lot of guys would have never signed. You think if Taggart was coaching the football team, you think we ever would have got a Marvin Wilson or a Cam Akers? What you guys think? Because I don't think for 1 second. I don't. If Taggart had kept his job, I think Marvin goes pro and Tamarion Terry goes pro. Now this isn't a bash Willie Taggart, thing. But we gotta. But since when do we want our athletes to lie? I would not be shocked if Gavin went to the NFL and had some kind of solid career. I'm not saying he'll be a star or a superstar. But it's pretty obvious that Tallahassee pretty much had a circus going on up there. It ain't just Gavin that said it. It ain't just Marshall that said it. And it ain't just that old lineman that I just read off that said it. There's a lot of people who have I came down hard on Warren Thompson because I thought the way he handled his whole situation was terrible. You don't do that. You don't quit on your team, which is what he did. But man, doesn't it look like Warren Thompson may have had a point too? It don't matter if Keith Gavin was a good player or not. We got that. We can all jump down Keith Gavin's throat and go, man, Keith Gavin need to shut up and focus on catching footballs. Okay, guess what? He ain't here no more. That don't make what he's saying false. Facts are the facts. The facts are that team was more focused on swag surfing during kickoff instead of winning football games. Nobody there was focused on winning. It's apparent. You see it. And now you got new recruits coming in saying, oh, my God, this staff is completely different than the last staff. You can just see the difference. But we want to blast Keith Gavin. I applaud Keith Gavin for just telling the truth. And quite frankly, I wouldn't mind if more players just came out and told the truth. I'm not saying that Willie Taggart was a horrible coach or a horrible guy, but it's apparent, it's obvious that the program was in shambles. They were just happy to be there. Nobody gave a damn about winning, and that is including the coaches. It's like everybody was just happy to be in Tallahassee collecting a check. Taggart was just happy that he had the job he always wanted. Like, come on. Chris Hughes, I'm with you. He was not good. He was right. Yeah, he wasn't good. He wasn't a good player. I'm in no way, shape, or form am I claiming that Keith Gavin was a great player. And even if you look at it even further, Keith Gavin, it's not like he has a gripe against Taggart. The man, Willie Taggart, kept Keith Gavin as a starter despite the fact that he was inconsistent. And despite the fact that probably Warren Thompson was a better player than him. He kept him as a starter. Why? No freaking idea. So it's not like Keith Gavin is coming in here saying, well, this guy never played me like a Warren Thompson did. So Warren Thompson decided to bash him because he wasn't getting playing time. Keith Gavin got all the playing time he needed. He had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to be a good player. So again, I don't think Gavin's coming from a place of like malcontent or something. He's just telling you his honest to God feelings about what happened at Florida State. Just is what it is. That Willie was way over his head. We did have the Ringling, but yeah, exactly. We had a clown show up there in Tallahassee. And I'm all for kids having fun. But, football is the lifeblood of most universities. And then we're not UCF or USF, where you win every 10 years. We're supposed to be, come on now, Florida State's considered a blue blood. And not only are we considered a blue blood, we probably made blue blood status in the shortest amount of time than any of these other programs. The 70s, this thing started in the 70s, late 70s. Where a lot of teams, they started in the 40s. Or some even earlier than that. My point is, all I'm saying is, I know this Keith Gavin topic has been a huge thing. I go on my Twitter and everybody's bashing Keith Gavin. Oh, Keith Gavin need to shut up. Keith Gavin don't deserve to say anything. Okay, everybody has an opinion, including myself. Just because the man wasn't a good player don't mean he ain't right. And I can go over a list of other players when interviewed had similar things to say about that program when they went and visited. Most of the recruits during that time came up there and were like, they got a good atmosphere. Those guys all get along. They have fun. But nobody's really focused on winning anything. Listen, you can go to any college in the country and have fun. You can go to a big community college and have fun. College is fun. Fun is going to come with college. I don't care what college you go to. 18, 19-year-old kids away from home for the first time in dorm rooms. Man, the fun's going to come. Anybody can go to any college and have fun. You don't go to Florida State just for fun. As an athlete, you go in there to win something, especially in football, especially at a time where they were just coming off a national championship, 2 or 3 years removed when Keith Gavin came there. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm in the minority here. I'm not down on Keith Gavin for saying what he's saying. I'm just not. I'm not down on him. Do I wish he would have contributed more as a player? I surely do. But that's over with. He's not on the program no more, so there's no more worrying about how many balls, how many yards, or how many touchdowns Keith Gavin's going to have next year. That don't mean that the man wrong for what he's saying. Great Walt Bell. Not to change the subject, I'm glad you're covering Keith Gavin. Yep. But the Noles we are playing Notre Dame. I talked about that a little bit earlier. Last time I checked, it was a 10-point game at the half. I'm assuming halftime's over. Let me check on that. We came out slow. In that game. But then they just started raining threes, man. They just started raining threes. By the way, Gators are getting smashed by Baylor, 47-34. But let me find this score for us. I actually just had it up. I think. We are destroying Notre Dame right now. Okay, yeah, man. 60-48. Right now, 53-62. So, yep, 53-62 from what I got. Vassell with 11. Wilkes leading the way, man. White boy came off the bench just raining threes. He's been on fire. Vassell with 11. Forrest with 8. It's a pretty quiet game from MJ Walker tonight. Polite has also been nailing threes. He's got 9 points. Yeah, I think we're probably finna pull away from Notre Dame, which, Notre Dame's not a good team. So, this Florida State team's for real, guys. If we didn't know that already, we know now. This Florida State team is for real on the basketball tip. Yes, sir. It doesn't matter if the player's good or bad or whatever. There is merit to what he says. And that's basically, Gator, that's all I'm saying. But I bring that up because everybody that I see on Twitter, Gavin, you weren't even a good player. You're just mad because you wasn't good. No, it don't have nothing to do with that. Now, would it been more credible if it came from Cam Akers, who was good during his tenure? I don't think so. Cam can say one thing and Gavin can say one thing. Just because Cam was a better player don't make his word more credible. If the truth is the truth, at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. So, the truth is, those guys weren't focused on winning. Yeah, Notre Dame is in the ACC in basketball. They sure are. And they're getting wrecked. Our next game, I believe, is like Tuesday against Virginia or something like that. We've already beat them once, but they are the defending national champions. So, you got to be careful with that Virginia team. They play really good defense. Really good defense. Oop, my bad. I don't know what made that sound. FSU's shooting 76% from the three. Woof! 55% from the field. They are on fire. They are on fire. But yeah, I really just want to touch on the Keith Gavin thing, man, because I don't understand. I understand it somewhat, but just because the guy wasn't a good player, don't mean there's no merit to what he's saying. And this probably won't be the last. Don't be surprised if a Trey McKitty doesn't say something about it. Like, I'm just saying, probably won't be the last guy you hear speak on that Willie Taggart era. If there was no merit to his story, Willie might still be the coach. If there was no merit to the story, you wouldn't hear so many similar stories. That's just my thing. Willie, I mean, would he still be the coach? I'll get what you're saying. There was a lot wrong, not and it all started with the attitude of just having fun. What I think happened is the loss of Jimbo obviously crushed the kids. Not gonna lie. And I think Willie just wanted to make a fun atmosphere to get the guy's spirit up. But you go about that the wrong way. Winning brings the spirits up, not doing whatever it is he did. Phone lines, I open phone lines, man, when I get a few more people in these live streams. I think the most I've ever had is like 8 people watching. I remember Gator. I'm still small. I'm not big as like Turnt. I'm not big as Turnt yet. I'm still small, man. When we get some more guys in here, I'll definitely open up them calls and try to do all that good stuff. That's the plan. That's what I want to do with the channel. But I also know as of right now, I'm just a small fish in a big pond. But we're gonna get there. Consistency. If I can consistently do these live streams and my videos, I think I'll get there. Again, I've let me think. In like mid-December, man, I only had like 38 subscribers. It's the end of January and I'm up to 63. So we growing. We growing. We gonna get there. We definitely gonna get there. Whole team had a lack of discipline, including the coaches. But yep, on the good news, on the good notes, got a commitment today. Another guy set to commit tomorrow. A lot of good news coming out of the junior day today. A lot of guys happy with what they saw from Coach Norvell and the guys. Um, so I'm excited. You know, all of those guys won't. Those will all be 2020, 2021 guys. I don't know if Florida State had any 2020 guys on campus today. I think they did. I just don't know who off the top of my head. I don't think anybody of real note. Still waiting to see if they can get a Zach Evans. Last I heard, he had visited Tennessee. Not holding my breath on it. Probably when I reported on it, like I said, he probably was just looking some attention when he name dropped Florida State. That's how you know the logo shows weight, because he name dropped Florida State even with no intentions of showing up. So that means something. And he probably won't show up. I'll be calling in for weather reports. 80 degrees and sunny all day, every day. That's the only weather report I got for you. Oh, and it's probably rainy too. So 80 degrees, sunny with some rain. How many subscribers you need to open the phones? I mean, technically, I can I can set up a thing and people can call in now if I wanted to. I just want to get a certain amount of people. It's not I don't know. It's not a set number. It's just once I get more, I want more than 6 people watching before I start opening up phone lines. Because who's gonna call in? But the same 3, 4 people probably. So who knows? Once I feel like I got a good enough following, I might start doing that type of stuff. If what done was so good, why didn't anybody with him today? But they was good enough for FSU. What's going on, Chris? What do you mean? If what done was so good, why didn't take anybody with him today? I'm confused about what you're saying, Chris. You're going to have to reword that, brother. What's up, Kendrick, man? What's going on with you? I'm trying to understand it, Chris. If what done was so good, why didn't take anybody with him today? But they was good enough for FSU. Yeah, I'll answer that when you reword that for me, bro. But yeah, man, if you in here, man, hit the like button, man. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I think everybody I got in here is a subscriber, so that's what's up. Um, share my contact. Share the live stream. Tongue getting twisted, but yeah, man, fool with your boy basically is what I'm saying, man. Cause I always appreciate y'all. Again, this won't be a too long live stream tonight. Got some gonna head out tonight and do some things. So I just wanted to get with y'all before I headed out. Just another quick update if you're not watching the basketball game. I was watching it, but when I realized that Notre Dame's pretty much out of their league, I kind of stopped watching it. 71-60, FSU up. Wilkes leading the way with 19. Polite's got 9. Those two right there together are combined. What is that? 8 for 9 from those two. Polite and Wilkes are 8 for 9 from the 3-point line right now. They have missed one shot combined from 3. Vassell with 11. He's 1 for 1 for 3. MJ Walker with 5. He's hit a 3. Gray has hit a 3. He's got 11. Forrest has 8 points. FSU is shooting 78% from 3 and 56% from the field and 100% from the free throw line. They can't miss any shots tonight. Good stuff from FSU basketball. Good stuff. Nobody went with him to FAU. Oh, talking about Willie. Willie had 2 guys. I know Malcolm Lamar went with him to FAU. If you're talking about players, I know Malcolm Lamar did, which that's a guy you never got anything from, so good riddance to you. And I think a wide receiver went with him, I think. As far as the coaches, he took Levitt with him, and I think Raymond Woody. I don't know if Pimp went with him. Not too sure. Do you have a long-term forecast of the football over under Norvell and the staff? Long-term? So look, what I like right now is that the guys are just organized. Kids are actually saying positive things. Like in the past, under Willie Taggart, kids would either say like generic, "Oh, it was a good visit. I like Coach Taggart. He's a good guy." But then, like I dropped that bombshell from Trez Marshall, where he basically says, "Yeah, they're having fun, but I ain't come here." Tresman Marshall, right? When he came to Tallahassee to visit, goes, "They aren't focused on winning. They're having fun, but I can go anywhere and have fun." So what I like is that, organized. Kids are saying the right things. He's already shown he can recruit. At the end of the day, we just got to win games, right? I don't really have a long-term prediction because we can do everything right in the off season, but if you don't win football games, Norvell won't be here long. I really want to see what the on-field product looks like. If it's what I think it'll look like, I don't think Florida State will be looking for another head coach for a while, unless Norvell goes to the NFL or something. Kendrick's talking about 10-2 next year. I can see 10-2. I think, but I've already been on the record, man. 8 games minimum. I leave myself some leeway room. Yeah, upsets happen, those things do happen. But 8 game minimum. Yes, sir. Other than that, hasn't really been too much more news though. Just waiting to see what all comes out of this official visit Saturday. Um, Corey Wren will be announcing his his commitment tomorrow, so we'll be on the lookout for that. Everybody, including myself, I'm expecting that to be a Florida State commitment. That was the last visit, and after that visit, he shut down his recruitment. So I think that kind of tells you. I think FSU officially announced Coach Woodson today, so that's cool. If you don't know, if you haven't watched my other videos from earlier in the week, TJ Rushing left. Coach Woodson hired in less than 48 hours as a replacement. TJ Rushing goes to A&M for the bag. I'm hearing upwards of $700K for a DB coach, which in my opinion is ridiculous. But that's just me. $700K for a DB coach over there at Texas A&M, TJ Rushing, and yet Florida State may have gotten an upgrade at the DB coach position with Coach Woodson. Good hire. Don't set your expectations too high. Be realistic. Right, you got to be realistic. I think 10-2 is too high. That's why I'm going 8. But the funny thing about the 10-2 prediction is it's not unrealistic. Assuming those 2 losses are to Florida and Clemson. Because in my opinion, those are the only 2 teams on the schedule where the talent level, where we have a drastic. I wouldn't even say Florida has a drastically different talent level. Clemson, yes. Florida, I think that game would definitely be closer than what people think. We were just completely outcoached by Florida the last few games. Would it be this 2 games in a row, right? Just outcoached by Florida. Hope Corey can come to FSU. Corey, who you talking about? Corey Wren, yeah, I think he's coming. All signs are pointing to him coming. I think we look 2 lost Clemson, but other than that, I don't know. I agree. I think Willie's staff made better impressions on some of the parents than the kids he was after. But Sam Howell's family was like, no. Sam Howell's family was like, no thanks. Nick's Cross father said no thanks. Yes, a lot of the parents did like Willie. But there's some parents that didn't like him. And like you mentioned, Sam Howell said, Sam Howell's dad, nope. Nick's Cross dad, nah. I think a lot of them saw some things that just didn't mesh well with them, and there's a lot of players that looked at it and said, you know what, I can go to FIU or FAU and have fun. Again, you can go to any college and have a ball. How many colleges are there in the country where you legit have a chance to win a national championship? Alabama, LSU, Ohio State, Clemson. It's like a handful, honestly. Like if we haven't noticed, the same teams pretty much win the national championship every year. Or play for it. And nobody wants to they want to win. People want to win. They don't want to. These young kids, these athletes, they work their whole life for that moment. They want to go to a program that, 1, they're going to win, and 2, they're going to showcase their abilities to make millions of dollars. They can have fun after all of that. Gator hater, Jimbo's tip tasting good. Yeah. I'm all about getting your money. I would never tell nobody not to get their money. I think TJ Rushing handled that whole situation wrong, but, maybe I'm just being bitter. And I think we beat the Sugar King. I think we'll definitely beat Miami next year because Norvell's a 10 times better coach than Manny Diaz. Man, I wish we had Sam Howell. Hey, Sam Howell was a good freshman over there at North Carolina. I think Chuba Purdy could be our Sam Howell. I really do. Will Putnam's family. That was a kid. Will Putnam, Tyler Davis, the D tackle that ended up signing with Clemson. Tyler Davis loved Odell Higgins. It was the only thing keeping Tyler Davis in the mix was Odell Higgins. But people want to blame Odell for not landing Tyler Davis. No, let's blame the head coach and the atmosphere that he created. As a matter of fact, listen to Odell after Willie got fired. I want you to listen to Odell in the tone of his interviews when talking about the program and getting back to the no way. He was throwing shots that what they were doing was not what Florida State is supposed to be doing. I think Coach Higgins was relieved in a way that Willie got fired, to be completely honest with you. But yes, Will Putnam's family was said no thanks. So did Tyler Davis's. You can go Gator, you can go to any college. Any college, any community college, you can go anywhere. You can go any college and just have fun, man. So, but yep, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for kicking it with me on this Saturday. Again, this particular live stream won't be the long ones that we're used to doing. I just wanted to get out here, touch base with the fans, talk a little bit, touch on that Keith Gavin situation. I think that was something I really wanted to discuss and get with, because I feel like Keith Gavin is getting railed by FSU Twitter, but unjustly. Yes, he wasn't the best. That don't mean what he's saying is a lie. Rushing, leaving for A&M, got a better one than Woodson. Corey Wren this Sunday. Sorry, Corey Wren tomorrow sets up. We'll be announcing. Things are looking good, man. Florida State football is looking good. Trending in all the right directions, I think. I really do. And I expect a better on the field product. 2 game. Yeah, Odell threw classy shots, and I'm sure his opinion was act. Oh, of course he threw classy shot. That I like the way you put that, Walt Bell. Classy shots. Again, go down there, go back, look at those interviews after Odell was given that interim head coach. They were preparing for the Boston College game and preparing for the bowl game and all that stuff going on. And there were plenty of shots Odell was throwing in those interviews where he was basically like, look, I don't know what this guy was doing, but we're going back to the way I'm used to doing things under, Mickey Andrews and Bobby Bowden and even Jimbo. Like, we can say what we want about Jimbo, and Jimbo fell off I'll say, after that national championship, I would say, the last 3 to 4 years after that, I think Jimbo really kind of cashed it in. He thought that he was just going to win off of what he had accomplished, and he stopped caring. But even under Jimbo, when Jimbo first took over, that team was disciplined. That team was ready to play football always, and that team was focused. And I think, Odell went back to that. He definitely threw shots. Definitely threw shots. And I don't blame him. The Tar Heels will beat them again. Yeah. Beat who again? Talking about the Canes? Or as Turk Tally like to call them, the crack pigeons? Where you get that name from, crack pigeons? Miami's nothing to write home about, man. Miami's nothing to write home about. Point blank, period. Miami, Manny Diaz, I'll say this about Miami. They better win this year. You bring in De'Aaron King and you bring in that DN from Temple. Those are win now moves where if Manny Diaz doesn't win they've never won the Coastal Division, guys. Do y'all realize Miami's never even played for the ACC championship? Do y'all realize this? Because I don't think Miami fans realize it. They've never even played for the ACC championship. If they don't at least play for the ACC championship, Manny Diaz should be fired. Actually, no, keep Manny Diaz. Give him an extension. One thing I will say about Manny Diaz, he's a solid recruiter, but he was never head coach material. Never head coach material, man. What else we got? Honestly, man, that's about all I got for tonight. I know it was a quick, about an hour long live stream, but I gotta go do some things with the fam before I get yelled at. Um, Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Thanks for hitting the like button, subscribe, share it, man. I Since this was so short, I might do a live stream tomorrow afternoon. There's no football or nothing. Probably hop back on tomorrow, and we'll continue whatever conversations y'all want to continue, and we'll talk about that Corey Wren. We'll see where he commits to tomorrow when I hop on. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off for right now, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all stay easy. Y'all keep it classy, Knowles. Chop it up. Go Knowles. Hey, man, y'all have a good night.